Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Kangle and I are out here today looking at the winter stockpile we have left. This is March 28th, and we still got stockpile. Now, this was grazed off in November before deer season, so it's been about November 5th, somewhere in there, and we just basically gave them this whole ridge as a paddock, and they just took the tops off. And so the green is really starting to come in here strong now. We've got green right here. It's clear up to the top of my knuckles. So we're 4 or 5 inches. And we won't be here for another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be another 5 days. And it's supposed to rain another 1.5 inches on Wednesday. This is Sunday. We don't normally do anything on Sunday, and but the boys and I were doing these Hershey trees. We got them on Friday. We want to get them in the ground. So Kangle's helping us. Aren't you, Kangle? He is such a loyal dog. And here's the boys putting in the Hershey. So this is a triangle, and Isaac is putting in the second post. And these are cut out of a cattle panel.
Want to show what we did in there?
Yeah, just pull that back real quick. And so what he did is, here's the tree. It's down in that tube right there.
Is it in there?
Yeah, it's in there.
Hope it is.
And they were putting the hay around there to kill the fescue. And then we're going to come back and put wood chips over that when we get time. Probably 6 or 8 inches of wood chips will go in there. Excuse me. But the cattle panels are stout enough. We tried to use woven wire. The cattle just bend that so bad. And we had a bunch of steel posts that we took up on a farm. So we had some steel posts that we weren't doing anything with. And the boys are using soft 12 gauge galvanized. We're putting a clippy on the top, and we're putting one on the bottom by their foot down there. Anytime you're working with wire, folks, just make sure you don't leave any of that stuff laying around, because that's hardware disease. Cow ingests that, and you got trouble. The other thing, you got to be careful when you wrap on these. Is you don't want to leave that tail sticking out here. Those tails, I had an incident where a cow or a steer actually got his eyelid punched through with a wire like that. So don't leave any loose wire sticking out. They can rub on that. It's not going to hurt them a bit. You can go ahead and move on down, Isaac, to the next one. I'll just follow you down the ridge. That little trailer works good. That's about a 10-footer, and holds our cattle panels that we've already cut. It's got the hay on there. It's got a steel post. It's wet out here, folks. But you know what? We're not leaving any ruts. So we've got 50 of these Hershey's. They're a honey locust. Got them from Austin Unruh. And we're tickled to death to try them. I'm going to do 50 and just see how they do out here, you know. We don't have any shade out here in the middle of this field. And ideally, I mean, if they do work well, we'll probably put them, we'll come back here and we may put them every 30, 40 feet down this ridge. Just have a big long row of shade right down the middle of this ridge. And by putting your trees up here on the top of this ridge like this, you're gonna have fertility. That's where the cows, you know, that's on a hot day, they'll shade up under those trees. And if you put your trees on the crest, the fertilizer can go, both directions. If you put your trees down the very bottom of the drought, fertilizer can't magically work its way uphill. I am just giddy about all the green that I see out here. We're in March. This looks more like about April 3rd. So I'd say we're 5 to 7 days ahead. But it hit 70 last week. We had 3 or 4 days of 70. And then we got that rain. It got cold. We were up in North Missouri at a pasture walk on Saturday. And man, it was brutal up there. Of course, those folks, they're used to it. But every time we dress for things right here in mid-Missouri, then we go north about 2.5 hours. It's always colder up here in the winter.
I had a bad idea. What if those autumn olives grow?
What if what?
Those autumn olives grow.
Oh, don't talk like that. Did y'all hear what they said?
I just thought of it. Just a thought. Maybe it's
I bet you Austin would be able to tell us. Hopefully they won't. I was just giving the boys kudos that, I saw this autumn olive tree. I'm like, we can use autumn olive for something. But that is a live branch. I don't think it would. If it does, I am going to be hot. I don't think it will. Now, if that was a willow, it would definitely start growing. Yeah. But I don't think that'll grow.
I don't think it will.
I don't know.
That's the thought.
If it does, it's your fault.
Yeah. Spoke it into existence.
This is the book that Austin wrote. The Grazer's Guide to Trees, Taking Grazing to New Heights. And there he is.
That book is out on the market yet.
Yeah, y'all can check it out. You can get a hold of Austin. I'm guessing that it just came out 2022. So it may not be out on the market yet. But I bet you. I'll bet you he has them.
If it isn't, it'll be
Yep. If it isn't out, it'll be coming out soon. But it's a good book. It goes over a lot of different aspects. How to put the trees in. For beginners, it's just he goes over a lot of things in here. So, yeah. Forage availability charts. Goes over cold stress, summer slump, dormant season, heat stress. But look at those apples. That's some serious apples there, folks. Makes me hungry for an apple. Yeah, I like trees. I think we need a few trees. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. The boys are ready to do another ridge, and we're getting some shade put out. We're going to see how well they survive. Everyone have a good one, and we'll see you all next time.